Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is the first video of a series that I will be starting where I am planning to provide you with information available in such theory handbooks. The goal of this series is to extract all the relevant information available in this and to present them in a video format. The reason for this is because not a lot of people out there have the time and the energy to sit and go through all the material available in this book. This book, for example, has about 250 pages worth of information, and not all of them are relevant for your theory driving exam. So, starting with section 1, and that is going to be legislations. As some of you might already know, this is possibly one of the most boring sections that is present when it comes to theory. Since I do not want to overburden the viewers with all information about legislation in one single video, my goal is to split this into two videos. So let's begin. Let's begin with the most basic question when it comes to driving. What is a road? A road can be any street or any path that the public traffic can drive or walk on. This can include bridges, tunnels, let's say even bike paths or pavements, verges. They can all constitute a road. This basically means that a road can be anything that lies between two walls or two ditches. Now, there are a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to driving on the road, and in the event that someone do not follow these rules, they can be stopped by authorized personnel. An authorized personnel can be public prosecutor, a police officer, military police, someone from the Reichswatterstat, and a couple of other agencies. So what exactly happens, or what are you supposed to do when you are stopped by an authorized person? When such an event occurs, you may be asked to produce certain documentations. These documents can be your driving license, your vehicle registration certificate, your supervisor pass if you are under the 2 to drive scheme, which I will explain elaborately further in the video, or a disabled parking card if you are driving a disabled vehicle or you are parked in a disabled parking spot. Sometimes an authorized person can also make you undergo a drug and alcohol test. By this, I mean that you will have to comply with a breath test, eye coordination test, and speech function test. Sometimes even the occasional saliva swabs that they use in order for drug testing. What do you do when you have been involved in an accident? You need to ensure that you do not leave the scene of the accident until you have exchanged your contact and vehicle information with other parties involved in the accident or the police, regardless of whether you are at fault or not. Leaving the scene of the accident without providing your information is considered a crime. You can mitigate this by reporting to the police station within 24 hours from the time of the accident. One useful information that you might come across often while applying for your driving license is the institution called CBR. In Dutch, CBR stands for Centraal Bureau Rijvaardigheidsbewijzen. In English, it is called Central Bureau for Driving Proficiency. The CBR is the place where you go to do your theory and practical driving exam. Driving under the influence, or better known as DUI. Driving under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or other medications that can impact your driving ability is a criminal offense. When it comes to DUI, there are certain limits. For alcohol, they are divided into two. For new drivers, it is 88 micrograms per liter or 0.2 per mille. For experienced drivers, this is 220 micrograms per liter or 0.5 per mille. The limit values for drugs and medications differ per drug. With drugs, it is better to assume that after one dose, you are generally over the limit and therefore are no longer permitted to drive. If you are stopped by a police officer or an authorized person and they deem you unfit to drive, your driving license could be confiscated. This could be due to reckless driving or when it is clear that you are driving under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or medications. Sometimes this can also occur if you appear to be physically or mentally unwell. In the event that your driving license is confiscated, the CBR will be notified. The CBR will then decide how to determine your eligibility to continue driving. The CBR has various options to determine your fitness or ability to drive. One is a medical examination of your driving fitness, which is an examination that is carried out by an independent specialist. The specialist could be an ophthalmologist, a neurologist, and or a cardiologist. Number 2 is a driving test to examine driving skills or fitness. The CBR can also require you to take compulsory courses. One is LEMA, which is a minor drink drive rehabilitation course. Number 2 is AMA, which is a drink drive rehabilitation course. And lastly is EMG, which is a behavioral rehabilitation course. The next topic to talk about is the vehicle license plate. You might have come across a different format of a license plate in your neighborhood or region, but regardless of what it is, there will always be 6 alphabets or digits on a Dutch license plate. I believe the most recent ones start with an alphabet followed by a hyphen, 3 digits, hyphen, and 2 alphabets. Then we also have a registration certificate for the vehicle that you own. This registration card contains a whole lot of information about you and the vehicle that you own. It contains your surname and initials as well as your address. Regarding information of the vehicle that you own, information such as registration number, MELD code, which is basically the last 4 digits of your VIN number, date of first admission, date of registration in the Netherlands. This is basically for cars that have been imported into the Netherlands. Date of ascription, vehicle identification number, which is basically the VIN number, vehicle manufacturer and model, vehicle color, vehicle maximum weights, trailer maximum weights, technical information engine, weight and running order, and the number of seats that are available in the vehicle. It is not necessary to know all the information that is available in the registration card, but this is just for your information purposes only. There are certain identifiers on a Dutch license plate. You will be able to see the EU logo on the top left corner of the number plate. You will see the initials of the country, or basically the country code where the vehicle has been registered. So in the Netherlands it's going to be an L, but if you go to Germany it's going to be with the D. If you go to France it's going to be an F. If you go to Belgium it's going to be a B, and so on. And then you have the 6-digit / alphabet of the number plate itself. If in the event that a number plate is lost, stolen, or severely damaged, you may not be able to operate the vehicle until you obtain new plates. When you apply for a replacement plate, then the number plate will be provided with a duplicate code, which is actually present above the first hyphen in the number plate. I think that should be about enough information for this video. I know the theory under the legislation section is quite boring because I personally felt the same when I was studying for my theory exam, but sometimes it's good to know this information. Since I haven't included all the information in this video, I will be creating a part 2. If you are interested to see my latest video, click the pop-up right here. So if you like the content I am putting out there, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, and until I see you in the next video, bye bye.